Welcome to my very first movie review, and we're going to be reviewing Face Off. So, I want to start doing movie reviews simply because I like movies, I enjoy watching movies, and I think it would be cool to start discussing things I like and talk about films. So why not do that? So I also want to do it because of variety. So Face Off. Why did I choose this to review? Because it's a great movie. It's definitely my top 10 favorite movies of all time. The actors in here are awesome. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage do a fantastic job in this movie. I really like the movie a lot and what they do. So I'll show you the case before I get to reviewing it. You have both actors, of course, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. Then you have the pictures, and it tells you about some of the movie. Then when you open it, you get the disc, and then I took the booklet out so I could show you. You get this, and then you get some pictures, and you get the name of all 40 chapters and 40 scenes. So, pretty cool case for the most part. So, the plot, premise, and story of Face Off is you basically have two main characters who are really cool in this film. You have Sean Archer and Castor Troy. Sean Archer is played by John Travolta. Sean Archer in this movie, he basically plays a cop. He is a cop, and he has a family. He has a wife and a daughter. He did have a son, but his son was killed because Castor Troy tries to assassinate Sean Archer, and he ends up killing his son in the process. So you have that at the beginning of the film. You have Castor Troy trying to assassinate Sean Archer and ends up killing his son instead. So Sean Archer basically plays the good guy in this film. The guy who's trying to stop Castor Troy, who works with the police. Now, the other main big character in this movie is Castor Troy. So Castor Troy is the bad guy in this film. He is the villain. He doesn't give a fuck in this film. He's comedic at times. He has a brother named Polex, which he plays a pretty big role in this movie. He also has a few gang member friends. He has a girlfriend named Sandra, and he has a son of his own. So that's his background. He's a villain in this movie. He's basically Sean Archer's enemy in this movie. So just wanted to tell you about the two characters. Now, the premise and plot of this movie is Sean Archer must stop Castor Troy from blowing up some place in LA. So he must find out where this bomb is, and he tries a lot of things to find this bomb. He tries interrogating Castor Troy's crew, and then he ends up having to do a face swap. And this is something unique in this movie, and that's why this movie is called Face Off, because a big thing in this movie, I think it's somewhere in the middle of this movie, he has to trade places with Castor Troy. He has to do surgery where he gets his face taken off and he replaces it with Castor Troy. His face doesn't go on Castor Troy's, but it basically, he has to beat Castor Troy to find out where this bomb is that Castor Troy has set so he can stop the bomb. That's basically the whole plot of this movie, is that Sean Archer has to find out where this bomb is and get rid of it. So you have the surgery. He gets Sean Archer's face. Not Sean Archer. Sean Archer gets Castor Troy's face, and he has to go to this prison and basically find out where the bomb is by talking to Castor Troy's brother. So he has to go through that process of becoming Castor Troy to find out where this bomb is. Another big thing that happens in this movie is you have the real Castor Troy, who ends up not being dead, but he was in a coma. He ends up coming back, and he becomes Sean Archer. And this adds a lot to the movie, and it makes the movie a lot of fun. So you have the real Castor Troy, he becomes Sean Archer, and he basically, nobody really knows that this Sean Archer is the real Castor Troy, because he actually burns all of the evidence that, proves that he is the real Castor Troy. So he gets away with being Sean Archer for a lot of this film. So you get to see him being Castor. You get to see Castor Troy being Sean Archer. So you have that stuff, and then you have the rest of the film, which is basically you have Castor Troy, the fake Castor Troy, which is played by Sean Archer. He finds out that the real Castor Troy is alive, and basically became him and got rid of all the evidence. So Sean Archer has to escape the prison and stop him and get rid of the bomb, but the fake Sean Archer, who's played by the real Castor Troy, he ends up disarming the bomb himself so he could become a real American hero, as he says to his brother in the film. So the bomb situation is gotten rid of. So the rest of the movie is basically Castor Troy, the fake Castor Troy, has to stop the real Castor Troy, which is Sean Archer has to stop Castor Troy. So he basically escapes the prison, goes after the real Castor Troy, and this is a pretty good film. I like the story in this film a lot. You have both of them going head to head against each other, and the acting in this movie is pretty good. Some of my favorite scenes are the beginning of the movie. One of my favorite scenes or parts is you have the introduction of Castor Troy, him setting the bomb up, him acting silly, him getting his 2 gold pistols, which is badass. I really like the idea that they gave Castor Troy 2 gold pistols. Nicolas Cage is awesome in this movie as Castor Troy. I really enjoyed the chemistry between him and his brother. I really like when he gets on the plane and he sort of flirts with the girl. I also enjoy Sean Archer's parts. He's a stressed out cop. He really wants to stop Castor Troy. Really cool. I like that stuff as well. Another favorite scene of mine is when the real Sean Archer, when he's becoming Castor Troy, he has to go to the prison to find out where the bomb is. I really like this prison, and I like all the scenes in the prison. The fight scene with Bubba, the stuff with the cop escaping. It's a lot of fun. I really like the prison. And my final favorite part in this movie is definitely the ending, the climax, where you have the final battle between Sean Archer and Castor Troy. They're basically going against each other at a church, and I really like that scene a lot. You have some cool gunfights. You have them on a boat, fighting on a boat. The boats crash. They have their final fight scene, and the real Sean Archer wins. And then at the end of the movie, you get a happy ending. You basically get, Sean Archer gets his real face back. He gets his life back. Castor Troy dies. He gets his family back, and he actually adopts Castor Troy's son and helps him. So overall, I give Face Off a 10, solid 10 out of 10. It's a great movie. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's 2 hours long, which is awesome. All of the actors, they do fantastic jobs. I really like the story in this movie. I like pretty much all the scenes. I like Sean Archer's character, but I really like Castor Troy's character a lot. I like the idea in this film of basically switching spots. Basically, Sean Archer becoming Castor Troy, and then Castor Troy ends up becoming Sean Archer. I like the idea in this movie. It's really unique, and it's really a lot of fun because you get to see 2 sides to both of these characters. I also like, the actors, they do a fantastic job in this movie, and the plot is pretty cool, so I give it a 10. Let me know what you think in the movie Face Off. I think it's a great movie. They did a fantastic job with it. The soundtrack is pretty cool as well, and I like this movie a lot. Let me know how my reviewing skills are, because let me tell you guys right now, I did multiple fucking takes trying to review this damn movie because I did not know a right way to approach it. So this is the final version I'm doing. It's just saying fuck it, I'm gonna do this one. So I'm pretty proud of this final part or recording I did. So let me know how my reviewing skills were as this movie review. Let me know how I should review movies the right way. Let me know a ground level, a right way to review movies, so I'm not doing multiple fucking takes. So Face Off gets a 10. But before I go, there is one flaw with this movie that I do have, and that is when Castor Troy assassinates Sean Archer, they never explain it. So later on in the film, you find out that Castor Troy was wanting to assassinate Sean Archer, and he didn't mean to kill his kid. And it's like, okay, you find out that Castor Troy wanted to assassinate Sean Archer, not his kid, but you don't find out why, and that's really stupid. They should have written in why he wanted to assassinate him. Maybe Sean Archer did something to him, arrested him, I don't know. But from what I remember in this movie, you don't really get an explanation on why Castor Troy assassinates Sean Archer. That's my only gripe with it. So other than that, this movie's a solid 10. Let me know how my movie reviewing skills are, what I can improve on, all that stuff. Let me know what you think of the movie. That's all I gotta say.